Wait, I shall reset it because it seems like it's acting up.
Yeah, it's not because I don't have it either. But anyway, while you're doing that, I'm gonna keep on going. I made a mistake and told everybody that we have what you call it going on right now and doing this and doing this and doing this. And I think I said that Jeffrey Vappy coming on today. And if I did, I made a mistake by saying so. He's coming to co-host with me on Thursday. Okay. I'm thinking I'm losing track of days, and that's my bad. If I did say it, which I know I did, because Jeffrey even sent me a text himself saying, "Say, bro, I kind of like the fact that you told everybody I'm coming on today, but it's Thursday." I was like, "Oh, it's Thursday."
I was all prepared. I said, "Your boy coming in today?" And he's like, "Man, I made a mistake and said Wednesday when he's coming on Thursday."
It's Thursday,
Ronald gets to have all the fun.
huh?
Ronald gets to have all of the fun.
Oh, he's prepared now. He already know. Ronald's like, "Bro, I'm gonna get here early." I said, "What you getting there early for? Just to be here early?"
See, Ronald came from the same school that I came from. I told him what I learned from you guys back in the day when we worked at the other station together.
Mm-hmm.
Always be on time and be ready.
Be ready.
And he's a student, a very astute student.
So
Knows his stuff.
I think everybody thinks that he's coming in here with a vengeance. That vengeance being like he want to tell all the secrets and tell everybody. He's not. He's coming to co-host. Yes, we're going to talk politics. Do I think that he's going to tell me everything that he's going to possibly can about, being executive protection and all of that? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know what he's going to mention. So I hope that all of our audience will take a moment to say, okay, listen to him. Because I can tell you, he ain't no dummy. Hell, he's a police officer for over 25, 27 years? But the only time we really heard his name is being the executive protection for the mayor. So he's going to be able to come in, tell us some stories, answer some questions, talk about politics. Will I think that he will talk about his case or any of that might be coming up? No. And if he does, I'm more than likely going to try to stop him because I know everybody and their mama is going to be monitoring us, from law enforcement to prosecutions to the U.S. Attorney's Office to anybody else. And I want to be able to say, Your Honor, I have no knowledge of that. Because I don't really ask. I ask for GP, see if he going to tell me. But I ain't going to strike him down and say, listen to me. You better tell me everything that you know. I need to know. What was you doing?
You used to do that back in the day.
Huh?
You used to do that back in the day.
I need you to cut your mic off.
To incriminating?
Because you know what? It's gotten to the point now where I think misinformation is probably bigger than the truth.
Oh, lies outweigh the truth completely.
And I'm tired of that. I'm getting tired of that. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm really getting tired of it.
People believe lies before they believe the truth.
Before they believe the truth, right? And that's just gotten a little bit too old. Maybe I'm getting old and just don't understand. Do you really want to know the lie or do you really want to know the truth? Because if you want to know the truth, sometimes you just got to sit back and let it come to you instead of you trying to find out. And I'll just dig in them and say it again. Some of these folks that call themselves investigators, investigative reporters, can't find their way out of a wet paper bag talking about some they investigated and found it. I'm sitting back and saying to myself, did y'all really go to school for this? Because if you did, you're terrible. Y'all don't even know how to ask the right questions. And don't do follow-up. I ain't got to call no names. And I don't have to call no TV stations either. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Then they get mad at me when I bring it up or when I talk about it. listen, no matter what nobody says, there's always your side, there's always my side, and then in the middle, there's the truth. Sometimes we exaggerate to make a story. Sometimes we drag y'all along to make a story. That's just a part of the show. That's just a part of it. So get ready. All right, we got to take a break. We'll take a break here. We'll come back. Have some more conversation in just a minute. Everybody hold tight. More coming up next.
New Orleans, are you ready for a voice that says what you're thinking? Who that, you might ask? Arrington Gavin. That's right, I'm your guy, host of the Arrington Gavin Show, giving you so much filled with bold opinions, real conversations, and zero sugarcoating. We're going to be diving into the issues that matter, politics, pop culture, and all the above, unfiltered and unafraid. Catch the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Fridays, right here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Back to school is almost here, and we've got you covered, New Orleans. Join Inspire NOLA Charter Schools on Saturday, July 26th at 10 a.m. at McDonough 35 High School for the Backpack and School Supplies Drive-Thru Giveaway. We're giving away free backpacks, school supplies, Chromebooks, books, gas cards, haircut vouchers, and more. First come, first serve. Drive up and roll into the school year prepared. One backpack per child and one computer per vehicle. While supplies last, don't miss it. Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Talk That NOLA Education is all about awareness. Join me, Dr. Jakir Ross from New Schools for New Orleans, as we hear from Dr. Jawan Brown Alexander, Deputy Superintendent of NOLA PS. We will discuss how New Orleans has been leading the way in academic growth. Tune in for Talk That this Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 12:30 a.m. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 12:30 a.m.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Oh boy, it's been a day. It's been a day. They got some mess happening over at the jail today, so my phone probably gonna be ringing off the hook the entire show. So get ready.
Do tell.
Yeah, they're just saying that some of the feds are coming in. There have been some upper echelon. I can tell you that some upper echelon folks have been removed today, walked out.
Forcibly?
Huh?
Forcibly?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Very interesting.
And I think a lot of this is coming back with what has happened with the escape. I think a lot of it has. I did not get the full information while this was going on, but I do think that there's going to be some type of federal interference as well. And it might be something that somebody can explain. I don't know yet. I think that Channel 6 is getting ready to tell it in just a minute. So they were out there when I left. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Some other stuff, too, that I got to talk about. I did talk about as I got ready to leave, I did want to put in perspective and what the paper and what everybody else has stated, that this is a controversial French Quarter sanitation contract. One of the civil district court judges on today declined to stop a controversial emergency sanitation contract for the French Quarter and Downtown Development District, citing concerns that it would interfere with other related litigation. I'm thinking I'm paying more deference to fundamental fairness and maintaining the status quo, Judge Sidney Cates said after making his ruling. Mayor LaToya Cantrell signed the no-bid contract with Henry Consulting after declaring an emergency this month, aiming to substitute Henry Consulting for Ivy Waste, which is working on an existing emergency contract. The mayor announced in April that Ivy Waste will be terminated at the end of this month, 5 months before its scheduled expiration. The French Quarter Management District, meanwhile, is planning to retain Ivy Waste under its own contract, potentially leading to a scenario in which both contractors have been hired to do the same work. The district, a state-created public agency, can solicit its own garbage hauler when the city doesn't have a valid contract in place according to this new state law. The judge's ruling gives us another data point, but in and of itself would not stop our process, says Jane Cooper, the district chair. The district board is scheduled to vote on the Ivy Waste contract on July 28th. Henry Consulting is scheduled to begin work on the emergency contract on July 31st. The Cantrell administration said that Henry Consulting emergency contract would proceed. So I got a nasty feeling that there is going to be two crews out there in the French Quarter and they're going to bump heads. You got the same feeling? I think that they're going to have boys that don't have no whatsoever at all to do with these contracts on the back of these trucks. And they're going to take possession and say, wait a minute, hold up. What y'all doing out here when we supposed to be out here? Why are you doing this? Why we supposed to be doing this? And I think it's going to be a butting of the heads of two different crews. I'm just saying. Which one shall it be? But the judge has ruled. And I think that's why I think Troy kind of felt that, you know what, I'll have to pay attention to some of these things. They're just desperate. That's his word, desperate. In some of the stuff that they're doing. Does that matter to you? So some of the questions that I have, and maybe I'm just going the opposite way, is for the other districts. Because that's how they divide them up into, you know, what they call sections of the city. Uptown, Algiers, New Orleans East, Mid-City. As they divide up these areas of the city that are going on. How come we have the French Quarter getting sanitation for residents every day? Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Street washing, lemony fresh, every day. Those 13 blocks, every day. But we can't get 2 times a week pickup for the rest of the city. Hello, somebody? Is this thing on? Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? I just want another day of the week to pick up. And you're being charged for it. Look at your sewage and water board bill. How much it is? $12.35 or something of that sort to pick up, and they charge you $24. So that's twice a week that you're paying for it. I just don't want to make a mockery of this issue because I think it's been made a mockery of enough already. With all the big old contracts that are out here in the city of New Orleans, I just need you all to understand that the trash pickup is not one of those. And here we go again. And then, of course, we also saw that Liz Merrill made hers the same way, saying that she wanted to make a statement about the pickup. And I'm thinking to myself, why do we have this? Okay, let me go back to this because we are seeing this on Channel 6 that the federal agents are in the Orleans Parish Jail. And they say that that this is an issue that federal agents are inside of the jail. It does not say that it does say that they've taken it over, but they say they have federal agents inside of the jail. I'll try to get more information as I can to see if there's going to be a statement that is made. I do not know if there will be. I know that some changes were made today, but I don't know about this takeover. We'll see. We shall see. But going back to my original statement, that was early, news that we got from Channel 6. I don't have it on any other source. And I just left from over there, and I didn't know that was happening. But I will go back to my original statement. I've never seen this type of issue about trash only when the trash contracts were given to, or earned by, I shouldn't say given to, the issue of who's got them. Not if they were capable, but who's got them. Who's got them? So we shall see. Does it concern you? Now, I really want to know this. I really need to know this. Does it concern you that the fighting over who's going to empty the trash, clean the streets, wash the streets, get that limited fresh smell in the French Quarter, is this about who's capable of doing it? Do we sound like we are saying there's only one company in the world that can do it? Because this is what it sounds like. There's only one person in the world. Well, it's only one person that, he's doing a good job. Let's keep him. Okay. But nobody else can do it? Why is this? Somebody answer the question. Please answer the question, y'all. 504-582-9422. Does this sound like there's nobody else that can do it? Nobody else can buy a pressure washing piece of equipment and use it? There's nobody else that can ride the back of a trash truck and pick up your trash? They're doing such a great job. I know they're doing a good job. Ain't nobody questioning the job they do, but nobody else can do it. Maybe that just set the standard for anybody else to be able to do it as well. Is this about who's jumping off the back of the truck? Who's pressure washing it? Who's putting the water on? Or is this about the ownership of the company and the contract? That's what it sounds like. Hold on. Cedric.
Hello, Gerard.
What's going on, Big Money?
Man, what the blackety black black? That's a new word, the blackety black black.
The blackety black black black.
Yeah, man, that's all it is, the blackety black. That's all about blackety black black. And then you got Negroes that'll help us. I was reading this thing from WWL, reading online stuff, and the word that it was using, why does the mayor want to give them the contract? He's Oliver Thomas' cousin. Why they ripping it from the other guy? Man, that's the blackety black black. You know what, like Judge Judy said, what they say inside those four walls of the contract.
Mm.
Shouldn't that what it all be all about, Gerard?
I just thought it was about who was able to do and fulfill the needs of the community and
then
the
they were saying that they're not able to do the work.
Mm.
And it's disgusting to keep them hearing the same old stupid blackety black, and all it is about blackety black. It's too much money. They said the same thing when Ray Nagin gave them the contract. When they first got the contract, when Metro and Mr. Richards they first got it. Oh, he was given. They were given.
Mm-hmm.
Not they bid it and worked hard.
Right. Not that they didn't do extra and above what that contract called for. So that's why I'm asking everybody else.
It's just so aggravating, man. Blackety black black black. And it's blackety black black city, man.
So why is this? Do you think this is more so an issue of being able to do the job, or is this more so about who owns the companies?
Man, they don't like Troy Henry because he's a black man. He speaks up for himself, and he don't need no money from them.
But I wonder
that's
who.
That's the whole thing, man. It ain't nothing else. Nothing else. It's about that black men being in power to write them checks to pay them black people that's going to do most of the work anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just sitting back.
And it's horrible. When people talk, things we've come a long way, and so man, get out the way.
Yeah.
When Thurgood Marshall first was retiring, somebody asked him and said, "Oh, heaven, things gotten better for black folks over the years." He said, "It's gotten better for white folks too."
Right.
So man, they really make me sick with that, man.
So
and you can't. That's why you can't get anything done, because they're paying attention to the foolishness.
So let me ask you this, Cedric. Are we in deja vu? Are we looking around and saying, "Here we go again with the same issue, with the same type of contract, with the same issue of trash"? Because my reference point is going back to when Ray Nagin signed the contract for Jimmy Woods and Alvin Richards to get the contract. We had all this boo-hoo, and everybody was, "Oh, Lord, they shouldn't have it, da-da-da-da." We had the Inspector General, Dr. Cowan, and all of them counting and all this other stuff. I'm like, what is all this about? And it was in the French Quarter that we had the problem.
All I saw was some black men. And when they first came into, I know Metro, man, spanking brand new trucks. And I don't even think they even got any money yet so far. Spanking brand new trucks. And I remember before that, the big company that used to have it, I used to live up on Leander Street. And asked the garbage man, say, bro, what happened? Oh, the truck was broke down. What you mean the truck was dead? Was not a truck for our route? Then the truck stopped in front of your house, man. Can I get some water for it? Hell no. Let that engine burn up. This was a big national company. The green one. I forget the name of it. The big company.
Waste management?
Yeah.
Yep.
Garbage juice was always dripping on the ground.
And look, and that came from Jackie Clarkson, who talked about waste management. Not Ray Nagin or anybody else. That was Jackie Clarkson who wanted to put an ordinance together to say that they should be banned from picking up garbage in the city of New Orleans any more time. That was Jackie Clarkson who brought that up and brought that in front of the city council. Yep. So, but anyway, I just looked at the issue of, I didn't know that throwing somebody's garbage in the back of a truck, taking a pressure washer and wiping the streets, having a water truck to be able to spread that lemony fresh smell on streets, 13 blocks, 13 to 17, I'll put it that way, could end up being such a humongous protest of people that are privileged. That's number one.
Yes.
Compared to the rest of the city. How dare you, when the rest of the city does not have the same convenience of getting everyday pickup, everyday pressure washing, and everyday sanitation. How dare you with that type of bull? And we sitting back trying to get 2 days a week. Pickup. They ain't including no pressure washing and the rest of it. Okay, I got off my little soapbox. I'm sorry, bro.
But you're right. Every time I hear, about sanitation, I think when I was a kid, man, that was one of the first jobs I wanted to do was be a garbage man, running behind that truck. That's the stuff you saw as a kid, garbage man. I aspired to some other stuff too, but I thought that was the coolest thing. We used to call it Working Man Joe.
Yes.
Because everybody's name was Joe.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right, Cedric, I take my break, brother. Appreciate
All right, thank you, man. Keep up the great work.
Talk to you in a minute. All right, y'all, we got more coming up. We got to take a break here. We'll come back, have some more conversation in just a minute. Everybody hold tight. We'll take some more of your telephone calls in just a minute. Everybody hold tight.
Plan on flying? It's time to upgrade to a Real ID. Because in order to board domestic flights, your driver's license or state-issued ID must be a Real ID, or you'll need another acceptable form of identification. So don't wait. Find out how to get your Real ID at tsa.gov/RealID. That's tsa.gov/RealID, or visit your local DMV. And then you'll be cleared for takeoff.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month by the community scientists at Rise St. James. This month, we spotlight phthalates, chemicals added to plastics, especially PVC, to make them more flexible and durable. But there's more. Research shows phthalates may disrupt hormones, affect reproductive health, and contribute to environmental pollution impacting our communities. Join us as we explore how these additives shape our everyday lives and the world around us. For more details, visit risestjames.org. Empower your knowledge with Rise.
Hey, New Orleans, look for important changes to your natural gas service. This summer, Delta Utilities takes over for Entergy Gas with a Louisiana-born, Louisiana-based approach to safe, clean, reliable natural gas. No interruptions or rate changes due to the transition, just dependable service and modernized technology to keep you running smoothly. Get to know us at deltautilities.com and stay tuned for more later this summer. Delta Utilities, focused on natural gas, committed to New Orleans.
WBOK.
Better pay attention.
Powered by Cox Business. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. There's also a big national story. I don't know if anybody got a chance to say. I wish we could put it up, but I'm gonna try to find this story so you can play it with. this young man that's in his car. I think everybody has seen the footage of the young man sitting in his car. Cops are surrounding the car, and they're trying to tell him to get out of the car, and he's asking what for, and they're trying to get him out of the car. And the charge, and this is what I think is some bull crap. The charge is it's raining and you don't have your lights on. And he's like, what? It's the middle of the day. And they break his window to get him out because he's like, I'm not getting out of the car for that. You know, that's a citation. Just give me the citation. And he says they think that he's trying to get a knife from under the seat to stab him for a citation. But they didn't know that he had dash cam too. So he got his camera rolling and turned on him. And they break his window and then hit him. I mean, punch him. I mean, really punch him in the face. Anybody else seen this besides me? Did you see that? Wait, you haven't seen that? Oh my God, it is terrible. And you should see the lick. When you see this, you're gonna be ready to cuss. When you see this, you're gonna be ready to cuss. I'm gonna send it to you so that you can see what I'm talking about. I was thinking to myself, here we go again. Here we go. Y'all know every year we seem to have one of those polarizing incidents. That video is undisputable. It's so undisputable to the point where I'm looking around and saying, how can we not find them guilty of breaking the law and doing some craziness? And then we don't. And there's a part of this that I have to say something about this that make me say, to both of us. I'll tell you in a minute. What you say, Patrick?
Yeah, I saw the video yesterday, and I was aghast the first time I saw it. And then I certainly kind of replayed it a few times. And there was definitely criminal activity from my point of view.
But were you surprised?
The office. I can't say that I was surprised. I was surprised by the implement, a steel rod thing, or like a little mini billy bat thing or whatever it was. I guess it was just a metal rod that was used to break the window, and quite easily some of that glass could have wound up in at least his left eye and maybe even his right eye, and put his eye out. And then
the punch.
Punch, and then kind of the second one. But then when they take him out the car, it seems to me they definitely didn't need to, basically go into a worldwide wrestling type of abuse to him on the ground, to get him to the ground and then on top of him on the ground.
I guess the problem that I got with this is the fact that, I'm thinking that, okay, maybe we're now getting to where these incidents are not happening as much. And then I wanted to figure out what the charge was. And the charge that he was getting, because he didn't have his headlights on, and they said it was raining. That's what they stopped him for. That's a citation.
Right. The other thing is, back to when he was in the car, actually his hands were kind of like in his chest and face area. So he couldn't have been reaching for a knife or whatever. And again, you had, obviously, you don't see him in the photo, but apparently there were officers on the other side of the vehicle too that were yelling in or whatever. So, if he really grabbed a weapon, then I imagine they probably would have tased him or used the actual, projectile.
Right. And he got his hands up. Because I'm looking at the video right now. I'm actually sending it to my producer because I want us to be able to play the audio. But he's got his hands up. I'm like, wait a minute. Why did they break his window? Because he wouldn't get out the car? How many officers were surrounding the car? Because of the fact that he didn't have his lights on and they said it was raining? Have you ever heard it? I know that's a state law in some states. I don't know if that's, maybe I need to check to see if that's 1 year. I know North Carolina has it that if it's raining, you're supposed to turn your headlights on.
Okay, yeah, but actually in Louisiana, as of like the last 2 or 3 years, I think it is, it's the other way around. You're not supposed to have your headlights on in the mere rain. Or excuse me, you're not supposed to have your signaling devices on in the rain.
Yeah, hazard lights.
Hazard lights. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
hazard lights.
Right. Because a lot of people, when it's like flooding or something of that sort, they turn their hazard lights on to slow down, to let people know that they're there. Yeah, but you are correct about the wrestling match they had with him too. I'm looking at that. Wick, I just said it to you. Yeah, I'm looking at that too. They had a wrestling match getting him down on the ground when they got him out of the car.
And considering he's an American citizen, that's definitive abuse to me.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, okay, so they did put the, I guess the confrontation as far as the officer who started the confrontation on some type of leave. But I mean, to me, this is a fireable offense. And they're also saying that he had other disciplinary actions.
Oh.
And then to punch the guy through the window after he got his hands up. And he just sat there as they appear to look into the vehicle. So I'm like, why are they trying to get him out of the car? For what? And then a wrestling match to get him down on the ground. So,
which wasn't really a match at all. It was basically,
four officers.
At least two of them manhandling him to the ground.
Yep. I'm counting. It's four of them. It's four officers. So
okay.
But anyway, Patrick, we're going to see what this is going to lead to, because I see they got some type of they got lawyers that are speaking out on it. The lawyers speak out on the viral arrest, and I see Ben Crump is also a part of it. So we'll see.
Yep.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you much. All right, there we go. So anybody, you see it? Did you see it? Wait, you got it? Wait, you got it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't understand, because I'm looking at them and saying to myself, he must have really done something bad.
Before I play this, do I have to be worried about any words?
No, you just check it out.
You want me to just check it out before I play it?
Check it out before you play it, yes.
Okay.
But the part of this that got to me was the fact that I thought that he did something horrendous. I thought that he, ran over somebody, something. And then as the person that is looking, he says, oh, yeah, the body cam arrest of William, of this young man, I'm not going to call his whole name, the Florida man. He was pulled over for not having headlights on while it was raining during the day, not the night, during the day. And what they weren't prepared was that he recorded his assault on his own dash cam. That shows the unwarranted brutality of what this was. So I guess the question is, will this go any further than just brutality? What you think? 504-582-9422. I'm going to go ahead on that.
They all need to be fired.
Huh?
They all need to be fired.
So I told you it doesn't. Oh, there you go. Let me get Cedric. I got him, brother. I don't need you to answer the phone. I need you to calm down right now. Cedric. I hung up on him? I didn't hang up on him. There you go. Cedric.
Hey, man.
What's going on?
I want people to ponder on this. With all the people that's running for office citywide, as well as in District E, New Orleans East, and we know that District E is the economic base or the tax base, economic base for the city of New Orleans because of Black home ownership, right?
Mm-hmm.
So ponder on this, people in the East. Who has a problem with a business or two businessmen getting contracts when they're based out of New Orleans East?
Yep.
So before you vote for someone for mayor, city council, or city council at large, think about that. Now everybody's talking about economic development, but what did they do since they've been there up until this point? Rich's Waste is a business that headquarters is in the East.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that Mr. Henry is headquarters out of New Orleans East. So you got a problem with these two top black business owners coming together for a contract, and they both are from that area. So I think people in the East and people from New Orleans should think before they vote for the folk that have a problem with these two black-owned businesses. Because a part of our problem is there's too much lack economically for black people. So please, y'all, think about that. How do we change our economic plight to our economic flight? Thank you, man.
I mean, what would be? I mean, don't just ask the question. I need you to answer that too. What you think?
First and foremost, in a city that's majority black, why would anybody have a problem with black people getting contracts? What's the motive? Again, I believe certain people on the city council have brought that state brand of politics to the city council.
Right.
The legislators that have come here from the state, they brought this foolishness here. Now, I guess it's okay for their friends to have businesses, but you have a problem with black people who are the majority still in this city to hold contracts?
Hold on a minute. The boogeyman just walked in the door. I'm gonna see if I can get the boogeyman to come sit down and talk to a minute. This is straight off the cuff. I just need to see if he'll come talk to me for a minute, so we can get some type of information. All right, news is next.
I'll hang up and listen.
All right, brother. All right, talk to you in a minute. News is next, y'all. Let me see if I can get this done.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Tammy Eswick with BIN News Now. The federal government now accepts the digital wallets of 15 states. That makes it easier for you to go through TSA without whipping out your actual ID card. And while it sounds very good, and it is true, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this, I spoke to the ACLU, who has long had the opinion that digital IDs are not a 100% safe and secure option for Americans, and an even worse option for Black Americans. Here's Jay Stanley. He's the senior policy analyst for the American Civil Liberties Union, a civil rights organization.
The real problem is with how these digital IDs around the country are being built, which is that they really aren't being built with the kind of privacy and equity protections that we need to see if we're going to have a digital identity.
Another issue he points out, you can be tracked and you won't even know it. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The Reality Check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. My number 504-582-9422. Miss Anita, Mr. Bill, everybody hold tight. Because guess what? He just happened to come by and say hello. I don't know. It must be those, is it those extraterrestrial powers?
Me, I just bought a bunch of trucks a little while ago, so I just came by here because I
You
was
bought
right
some more
up.
trucks?
Yeah, I got to buy some trucks next week, so
Okay.
we just bought them.
So let's get this just taken over. Let's get this issue about this contract once and forever for God knows what's going on. You still doing?
Oh yeah. July 31st we'll start.
So I just read a story where they're talking about the folks that's still over there with Ivy Waste, talking about they're working with French Quarter Management, and they're more than likely going to be doing the same thing that you're doing.
No, they can't. They don't have any money.
French Quarter Management.
French Quarter Management District gets their funding under the ordinance that they were going to operate under, which was an emergency. They get their funds from the city of New Orleans, and they only can enact and sign a contract if there is not a valid contract in place.
Right. So so get that straight. There is a
Yes.
valid contract,
Yes.
which you've been saying.
Yes. Yes. And the judge ruled today.
You don't need them to sign it, or you did need them.
Don't need them to sign the right now. There is a valid emergency contract in place.
Okay.
By the way, this is Troy Henry. I don't think you told it.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. You know,
You gave me a new name as the Boogeyman.
That's your
You
new
know,
nickname.
my name is Troy Henry.
That's the Boogeyman, y'all. That's the Boogeyman. I'm your Boogeyman. That's what I am.
So the state legislation said that the French Quarter Management District could hire their own sanitation provider if there was not a valid contract in place.
Okay.
The mayor executed a valid contract, and that's what they all, twisted about. So they went
why
to,
is Liz Merrill now in this?
they're all. I mean, look, man, they all work together.
Now I
I heard
her,
JP
you heard
and
her
Helena went and talked to the governor, and that's how she got involved. But I don't know.
Now you heard her wording. Her wording did not say, "I am refuting this in the court of law." She just basically said something about it making a statement.
Yeah, she issued an opinion, and the judge got her opinion, and he ruled like he threw out their injunctive relief. He threw it out today.
Okay.
He disallowed it. They were denied, I guess is the term they use. They tried to enjoin us from beginning from being able to start on July 31st, and the judge denied it.
So here's my question. So maybe I'm just being a little bit more simpler or simplistic in my approach to this. Do you have a gold wand on the end of your pressure washing? Seriously.
They work the same as everybody else's does,
So do your compactors on the trash cans, are they made of platinum?
No, they're the
They're
same
not?
ones.
No, okay.
Same one. In fact, Alvin Richards has brand new. These are the smaller
The trash and trucks for the streets.
Yeah, but see, they weren't required for the emergency contract, but Alvin had already bought them for our long-term contract. So we'll be using the smaller ones as well. They're more environmentally friendly and the whole thing. So
and they brand new.
Brand new. They hit the road for about 20 miles. I think they got about 20 miles on each one of the trucks.
So do you all have the Piper riding in the trucks playing? So that either, any rodents in that area, they'll come running behind the truck?
Not that I know of.
None?
No, we don't.
Is Cafe de Monde going to be handing out, beignets and coffee to all the folks?
Not that I'm aware of, G.
I got other questions. I'm just trying to figure out. So if there's nothing special that goes along with this contract, your equipment is either up to par, better par, or whatever.
Yeah. Sure.
How about the street sweepers? Are those bristles made of something different that's going to be environmentalist? Nothing.
They're normal
you ain't
bristles.
gonna have none of the brothers picking up the whole. I'm sorry, picking up the plastic. none of them. None.
No, nobody
Like
else
the
is
ones
going to be
on the line?
allowed.
Okay.
Nobody else is allowed in our vehicles.
None?
Nobody except
Well, they were
personnel.
picking them up at the other place.
That's a different company.
If you need me to drive, a couple of them, just let me know. So even though
those folks won't be joining our company. Let's put it that way.
So even though I'm being facetious, I'm looking at the equipment list. I'm looking at what you're offering compared to what was there, and the money that you're saving by having this contract in place compared to what they're paying now. Is it that you can't do the job?
They don't want us to do the job. They want you to think that
Is it the
African American
it's not the
businesses
equipment.
ain't capable.
That's what I'm getting to.
African American businesses ain't capable
So
of
you're
handling
not
large
supposed
contracts.
to be able to do this job.
That's correct. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to be a sub. You ain't supposed to be a prime. You're supposed to be working under somebody, boss man. You know what I mean? So, but no, we don't roll like that. Look, our company is capable of doing it. We're doing it. We partnered with Richards. I talked to Mr. Richards a little while ago. He's ready to go. We're meeting again on Monday to just plan out all of our operations. But he's got all of his equipment. We've got all of our equipment. We got our staff is ready to go. We'll start training the staff on Friday, and they'll be ready for the 31st.
This reeks of Richards, Metro, Ray Nagin. It reeks of somewhat. Because when they got their contracts, and I mean, you got to ask Mr. Richards. When they got that contract the first time, they weren't supposed to get it according to those folks that were really against them. They actually tried to take out a full-page ad. I don't know if you ever asked him this, but ask him.
Okay.
Ask Mr. Richards. They tried to take out a full-page ad in the Times-Picayune to explain what they do and how they were going to do it. They wouldn't let them advertise.
Oh, wow.
How do you stop a at that point it was $15,000. The man was ready to write a check for $15,000 to advertise. This is what we're going to do. And they wouldn't even let him advertise.
Hey, man, look, these folks are, and the thing is you got Uncle Toms like JP.
Remember they told you not to use
Sambos like JP.
There you go.
That are complicit in helping. That's why I call him Stephen from Django, because they're complicit in helping these folks deny opportunities to African American businesses. All kind of excuses they're trying to come up with to do it. And again, court ruled again today. I don't know. I think they're 0 for 8. I think it is right now. And I think this is number 8 now. So they're going to try and rush. I'm sure they're going to be rushing to the appellate court again. And this is the people from the Felix restaurant. They don't even have any standing. I mean, they're sitting there. They're going to deny the mayor the ability to act, right? Some restaurant owner is going to now tell the mayor she shouldn't do what she needs to do.
But he has to have his own private trash pickup,
He
right?
does.
Right.
But this is, I mean, look, his lawyer is the same lawyer as Torres's lawyer. So, I mean, you know what they do.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
You're not worried?
No, we're in good shape.
I'm just feeling that.
We're ready to get started, man. Our team is excited. We're going to demonstrate to everybody we can do a good job. The boogeyman is going to show that there's no mystery to cleaning a street and emptying trash, and it can be done in a professional manner, and we'll do a great job. I'm confident in that. You know why? Because I know what we do everywhere, and I know how we train our people, and I know the level of professionalism that we add.
But somebody's going to try to sabotage you. They're
going to try. That's why we do a good job of documenting our stuff. We can demonstrate, hey, we did this, and this, and this. And we'll produce the reports. Look, man, we're ready. We didn't have to think through this. They don't have to do all the stuff we have to do because they don't get the obstacles that we get. So we've prepared for their obstacles.
How long is this contract?
So the emergency contract is a 1-year emergency contract. But on August the 5th, we go in front of the Fourth Circuit for the 7-year contract. And we're very confident we're going to win that contract. Why? Because the mayor picked us, period. And it's part of a procurement, right? The council has just refused to sign it. Why? For race and politics. Simple.
Well, would you think that when you went in front of them in December?
The council?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that it would get to this?
I didn't. I did not
because they kind of agreed with you in December. They said, okay, when y'all get it together.
Yeah, when y'all get it together.
Come back.
Correct. But then politics got into the game and, Samboism got into the game.
Okay.
And as a result, next thing you know, it's like, well, and Ivy's they've done a good job. So I'll disparage them.
But I don't think anybody tried to disparage the job that they've done.
But the point is you were hired as a stopgap measure.
Right.
You were temporary.
Right.
Now our team is in place as it should have been, and now we're ready to go. So there should be. You lost the main bid, so now it's time to step aside, celebrate the fact that you had a few months to perform,
and you got the rest of the city just about.
And he's got other business. I ain't gonna count his money, but he's got other business. But the ego side of this now for him is that he's being replaced by us.
That just don't even sound good. I mean, as somebody that's supposed to be a contractor for the city, that don't even sound good. I mean, it's enough for everybody.
I'll bet you if we were Ramelli instead of Henry Consulting, they wouldn't be going through this.
You don't think so?
No.
You think it's about race?
Absolutely.
Nothing else.
Race and politics, because they also know I'm an Oliver Thomas supporter. Torres is obviously what's her name?
Melena.
Barbie Moreno. He's obviously a supporter of hers, and they don't want us with a contract, 7-year contract of that magnitude. And so they're playing politics and doing everything they can to stop a contract that we won outright, fully justified, fully vetted, and we won it. Successfully negotiated the whole thing. They talk about the performance bond. You know, we negotiated a 50% performance bond.
But so did he.
You know what Torres' performance bond is?
What?
50%.
Same. So what's the difference?
No,
I
no
just
difference.
forgot to tell the whole story.
Oh, I forgot to tell the whole story because it's convenient that I not tell you.
You want to take some calls? Because you don't feel
Yeah,
the
sure.
telephone
You know,
line.
no problem.
Hey,
No
Mr.
problem,
Bill. Mr. Bill?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen. Mr. Stevens.
I didn't do it.
Mr. Henry.
He didn't do it
does
either.
not want you to drive a truck.
He does not?
Because, say again?
Well, you don't think he wants me to drive a truck?
No.
You are correct.
That truck would be pelted with sticks and stones every time they see you roll.
You are
And
correct.
it wouldn't be financially beneficial to be taking that vehicle
I thought you were
to
my
a body
boy.
shop
I really
to
did
be
think you was my
repaired
boy.
every day.
And guess
That's
what?
number one.
I the first thing I'd say is, I see you, Mr. Bill. I see you throwing the rock. That's all I'm saying.
Number two.
We can't insure him either,
Number
Mr.
two.
Bill. We can't insure Gerard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame you. Number two,
Can't now
the
either.
major who tried to get a function business going down in that vicinity was blocked. Why? She was black. She is black.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And guess what? Mr. Henry is also black. I didn't want that out there, you know. I'll
got
keep
you.
that on the low, but it slipped out. That's the whole bottom line. Now, how is this organization so powerful that they can go in and tell the government, we want such and such in our area?
That's right.
And only that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a gentleman on one of the talk shows that's insisting that Mr. Henry will be charging $250,000 more a month than the IV folks.
So I'm glad you brought that
he
up.
He had that tussle with you over the air, and it was funky even before y'all got together on the radio, and it seems like it's even funkier now.
So is that wait a minute before you go on? Is that something?
So let's talk about it for a second. When we put in our original proposal in May of last year, our bid was for $8.2 million. Okay. Sidney Torres's bid was for $11.4 million. Okay. When the council did not sign our contract, the city went out and asked for emergency contracts. Sidney Torres bid, I think, $6.1 million for the emergency contract. And the difference between the emergency contract and the long-term contract is you could use the existing equipment. You didn't have to buy new equipment. Okay. So Sidney Torres signed a $6.1 million emergency contract. He won that. He was the lowest bidder.
Mm-hmm.
Basically kind of bought the deal, which is fine. That was strategic for him. He'd get in there and he figured he could weasel his way into staying for a year, and then hopefully a new mayor comes in and throws out the procurement. So we came in and said, we're ready to go on the long-term contract for our $8.2 million contract.
Mm-hmm.
The city then said, okay, great, we agree. The mayor said, great, yes. The council did not sign our contract. So then when the mayor then terminated Torres's contract, she executed an emergency contract with us for the $8.2 million. Because on August the 5th, we will be in front of the Fourth Circuit in anticipation of continuing work at the $8.2 million level.
So this would be almost like saying the $8.2 million contract that we have long term can start now.
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct. And so why am I just left bought 6 trucks just now that'll be delivered on Monday to us? Is because we are anticipating not using our old stuff, but
Brand
the
new.
requirements of the the long-term contract are new trucks.
Right.
So that is what we've done. Alvin Richards has bought new recycle trucks as well as solid waste trucks.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why there's a difference. They're making this big thing about, Sidney says he'll do it for less, but they're apples and oranges, you know, and it's just try to sow more confusion as opposed to, you know, they know the real truth.
So let me make something, because you did say something. People texting me that you did say something that the mayor didn't say, here's a contract for you. You want it in the procurement.
Correct. And she's saying if the council's going to play a game and they're going to try and deny you your rights to this contract, then I'm going to put you in place because you rightfully deserve to be there.
Okay.
And while they continue these court maneuvers and all of this stuff, you'll be performing, not somebody else.
Okay. Good enough. All right, Mr. Bill.
That answers my question. One last question. The rest of the city is getting pickup twice a week.
No,
and
once
that
a
area
week.
is
Once a week.
5 days a week.
Once a week.
No, sir. The first quarter is 7 days.
7 days a week for the French Quarter. Once a week for the remainder of the city.
Okay, so what is their sewage and water board charge on the 4 or the 5 days?
Wait a minute. Say that again.
So what is their charge on the water bill as far as the garbage pickup is concerned? Is it also $12, $24, or what? If they're having
for the French
pickup
Quarter?
4 days a week,
$24.
say again?
$24.
Still $24, 4 days a week.
We're going to knock on
And the rest of
somebody's
the
door
city-
in the French Quarter and say, can I see your water bill? We're going to do that.
Pardon me?
I said, we're going to go, me and you, we're going to go to somebody's house in the French Quarter and ask them, when they answer the door, can we see their water bill?
Should be able to call Sewage and Water Board and find that out.
I don't know if you're going to get that answer.
I wouldn't trust knocking on the door in the French Quarter with this foolishness going on.
Yes, indeed. I don't know, Mr. Bill. We'll find out, though. Thank you, sir. All right. Miss Anita? Miss Anita? Did we lose her?
Sir.
Yeah, there you go. What you
No, sir, I've been holding on 22 minutes. But anyway,
I got you.
you know I love you. Good afternoon, Mr. Henry.
Good afternoon, Miss Anita.
Now, I have a question. I know the French Quarter smells good. What about the other part of the city? Is that going to be smelling good, too?
What about, say it again, what about what?
The rest of the city.
Oh, the rest of the city?
Is it going to be smelling good? They're only worried about this French Quarter smelling good right now. What about the rest of the city?
So, Miss Anita, I am not the mayor of the city. I'm just a little small businessman just trying to make ends meet, you know? So if they ask us to do more of the city, we would be glad to do more of the city as long as they're willing to compensate us properly for it.
And that's correct. That would be the appropriate thing to do. I was just wondering, and you keep doing what you're doing, and I'm all in for you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
All right, Miss Anita, I ain't going to hold you 22 minutes here.
But I just had to get my little thing.
I got you.
Y'all have a blessed one.
You too.
Y'all have
Thank
a
you.
blessed one.
So what's next? You start next week?
Yeah, next, I think it's 12:01 at on the 31st.
On the 31st?
Yeah.
Do you think that they're going to try to keep them in the French Quarter? Because that sounds like to me it's a butting of the heads.
Look, anybody can volunteer to pick up trash in the French Quarter, and I mean, we won't try and stop somebody from doing that.
If they want to do it.
Yeah, if they want
to volunteer.
They can volunteer. If they want to use their equipment, they want to come in and do it. We're going to do our job.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's other people that want to also come in and chip in, I don't think we're allowed to stop them. That's a municipal matter. We're going to do our job. We're going to pick up trash, and we're going to do what we're supposed to do. Now, if somebody wants to work for free in the French Quarter, then God bless them. You know, that ain't my worry. That's their worry because they're going to have to pay those people, I'm assuming, or they're going to have to do all those things, and they're not.
So the French Quarter management, they made the statement that they're going to try to contract them themselves, but they don't have the money to do it.
No, they don't. Their budget is very.
That's not coming from
They
the
got
city.
a handful of people. They don't have no major budget. They got to get the money from the city hall.
I didn't know if that was coming out of the city coffers
Well,
or whatever.
if there was not a valid contract in place, then not the judgment, but the state ordinance or whatever you call it, said that the city would be required to pay
Okay.
for them hiring a contractor.
Did they sign your contract?
Oh, yeah, my contract is
It
fully
is signed.
executed. It's been
fully
signed.
executed. You
Yeah.
ready to roll?
July 9th, we signed it.
Okay. Very good. That's all I need
You
to
know?
know. I
Yeah,
just
so-
needed it because it's a whole lot of rhetoric coming out.
A lot of nonsense, a lot of misinformation.
Yeah.
And a lot of the TV stations, I mean, they're what
playing
doing,
into it.
They're playing into it, and they're playing. I mean, JP McIdiot is, definitely, using all of JP McIdiot or JP Moron, whatever you want to call him, right? He's definitely playing into that whole thing of, the good government stuff, but he's just a pathological liar.
I'm sorry, bro.
Well, we could tell you went to St. Aug.
He say McIdiot.
He goes with those names.
Hey, I ain't no chump around here, bro.
Yes, indeed.
I ain't scared of it.
Hey, don't
That's
be scared.
purple right there,
You
boy.
know?
I'm not scared.
I ain't scared at all. If he,
All right.
if he got a problem, tell him call me.
Yeah, we got another fire we got to put out because some of these McIdiots, then put out here that the jail been taken over by the federal FBI and all this other stuff, which it has not. And I'm gonna get the sheriff on the phone, so we'll talk to her in a minute. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thanks for
you
having
much.
me, G.
All right, the boogeyman is leaving the building, y'all. More coming up. Everybody will take.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. NIL, or name, image, and likeness deals, are changing the landscape of college sports. Supporters like that it gives student athletes earning power, but many are worried about the long-term impact it could have. Jaffe Fields is a former college and NFL athlete, and today he works as a talent agent representing both. He says students chasing big money by transferring schools for a new deal could be undermining their future.
These young men have the opportunity to make a decision at the end of every season if they want to stay or if they're going to go, and they do so based upon who's going to compensate them the greatest. And so I don't personally feel like that's the best decision in all cases. I think that at the end of the day, for the majority of these young men, the end goal is still to get the opportunity to play professional football.
Fields says the line between a college athlete and a pro athlete are being blurred in ways that might not be good. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
Hey, this is D. Riley from the 90s Hits R&B Jams. Make sure you listen to WBOK 1230 AM every Saturday night from 7 until 9 p.m. I'll be giving you the best R&B jams from the 90s. That's right, all your favorites and more. With me, D. Riley, your host of the 90s Hits, right here on WBOK 1230 AM. Or listen online at WBOK1230.com. WBOK, the station you listen to longer.
Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Every Friday at noon on WBOK.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 1230 AM on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The Reality Check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Gerard Stevens with you. It's going to be an interesting day. Just to let y'all know, because I know everybody's worried about or has said something about there being a federal takeover of the jail. Misinformation is what we can call it, number one. Number two, to make sure that we are making sure that the information is because this dude at what's the name of that firm, Empower You something, whatever that is, ain't empowering nobody except fanning false information and making, I think, a mockery of himself, which ain't too far away from what I'm saying. But I will tell you this, it is not true. And I have reached out to Sheriff Susan Hudson to give us the details on what's going on. And she said, absolutely, because that's just crazy. So she's going to join us in just a few minutes. And I couldn't believe that the television station, Channel 6, would ever report that, which they did. Now, from what I'm understanding, they have come back. I haven't seen it because I got to pay attention to what I'm doing as well. Has come back and said that is not good information. And that is something that they are saying is not true. Now they're saying it's not true, but they reported it earlier. I'm just looking around and saying to myself, enough is enough. Good Lord, enough is enough. I can give, and I'm with you, Joe Ken, WWL television, they did not address it at all, didn't have the information in their 5 o'clock news. But that other station did, and they should have an issue with putting that out. I'm even getting text messages from television stations as well. Like, no. What does that mean? And I do want to address it before the sheriff gets here, because I don't want to put nothing in her conversation either, but I will address this in the sense of media. Y'all, just because somebody has a platform, just because somebody knows how to put it up on the web, just because somebody knows how to put it up on your Instagram, does not mean that they have a journalistic profile. Does not mean that they know how to do research, and does not mean that they are telling you the truth. My mom always told me that there's their side, there's your side, and somewhere in the middle there is the truth. But what I'm seeing in this race, when we start talking about politics, I'm going to just be honest. This is not me taking up for the sheriff. This ain't me taking up for Michelle Woodfork or Shorty or nobody. I'm not taking up for anybody. But what I am seeing is all y'all want to be Negroes that want to be important. And I'm not talking about the candidates. I'm talking about the outside folks that want to be important, thinking they getting the scoop, letting you try to know this. Let me tell you what happened. Oh, let me spread. Y'all are ignorant. That's some ignorant BS. All you doing is making yourself look bad to even put something, and your credibility gets shot out the door every single time that you do that. Do you realize the pain and suffering that you causing folks? Do you understand the issues that folks are looking at? They ain't looking at the candidate. They ain't looking at the sheriff. They ain't looking at Woodfolk. They ain't looking at Shorty. They ain't looking at the judge. They not looking at the other guy. I think it's Lee. They're not looking at them. They looking at you. Don't believe him because all he do is gossip. Y'all need to understand that these are gossip columns that are now starting to interfere in everyday news. Gossip columns. The misinformation is ending up being more powerful than the real information. What in the world? I ain't seen it this bad in a long time. And guess what y'all do? Subscribe to it. Oh, hit the subscribe button. Do you understand? No, you don't. You really don't. Do you know that every time you get a click on there, they're getting paid for it? You ain't making $1, but you help them get paid for it because you subscribe to them. And the advertisers are looking for folks that you subscribe to. So when they subscribe to your website, when they subscribe to your Instagram, when they subscribe to your Facebook page, when they subscribe to your YouTube channel, you helping them make money. Every single time that you turn on a Facebook page or you turn on a YouTube page or Instagram page, and when you see that little thing come on and say, hey, da-da-da-da, and it goes to a commercial, hey, let me tell you about this. 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 Let me buy you this. You should buy that. Da-da-da-da. They get paid. It's monetizing. So the owner of the platform has said, hey, look, you get enough subscribers, what we can do is start running advertising, 30-second advertising or 15-second advertising on your page before they get to you. And they gotta watch it to get to you. And if they get there and they say, okay, cool, guess what? I can charge more. All you doing is basically making me get a check. And y'all sit there listening to it. And I'm going to tell Samarian too. Samarian, it don't matter if you hit skip or not, because more than likely you're going to see at least 10 seconds of it. The average time that it takes us to turn a page off, I've already got out when I'm advertising. So I'm clicking on something to get to it, and it comes on and says, hey, can you buy? And by the time you turn it off and go to the next thing, guess what? I already got my message out in the first 5 to 10 seconds. I'm just telling you, that's how it operates. So guess who gets paid? The platform operator, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, or any other, and the person that's on there, because you are subscribing to my bull crap, my gossip column, my punkish BS. I can call it a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I ain't stopping nobody from trying to make no money. I mean, you can make money all you want to. If that's your way of doing it, cool. But have it right. Why would you even put some mess up like that? Oh, they got a federal takeover. Bull crap. They do not. They do not. And then I can tell you that, those folks are just as compromised as everybody else. Do you think they're doing this for their feelings? Y'all think they're talking about folks and putting stuff up there, whether they are cheerleading a person or whether they're talking down on a person? You think they're doing that because they want to? They're not doing it because they want to. They're doing it because somebody paying them to do it. Oh, I know you got this many people that go on to listen to what you're talking about. So, let me interview you. Let me put you on here. Let me talk about some of this stuff. Trust me. Trust me. That's the only way that they gonna get money. Why? Because they're not legitimate. The only thing that makes them legitimate is the fact that you want to go on and hear the latest gossip. Everybody is a reporter. And I'm going to tell you, some of these times when y'all out here and y'all seeing some of these things, I even saw where they had that somebody's beating his wife on there and da-da-da-da, and you got the people on here. I just saw that yesterday. And y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't have to tell you who it is. But I can tell you one thing, you ain't even getting credit for it. Y'all riding up on incidents, riding up on issues, riding up on news, and sending it out for free. I'm going to send it to them. They getting paid. You ain't getting jack. You don't even have your name up there. At least legitimate news says, I'm going to give you credit for it. So you turn on the legitimate news, you got the incident, they got your name or the name of your company sitting on top of it. I'ma go tell him. I was listening to the comments, listening to the video, just listening to the audio of some of the incidents that they were sending to him, and then, yeah, your mother, your son of a, I mean, y'all cuss more than I'm like, well, what about the kids that's on Instagram? Y'all grown. What is wrong with us? You think your name Walter Cronkite? Is it me? They getting paid while you sitting back saying, look, they using my video. You look like you can use $1. I got a question for you. Let me ask you this question. This is a legitimate question. Here, you ready for this legitimate question? All right, and it's a legitimate question. Before you send out a scoop, before you send out legitimate news, before you send out something that you have filmed to one of these formats, to one of these folks, wherever it is, whatever you got, have you ever thought about contact? They don't contact you back, but they sure do post it. They post it. But have you thought about, before you post this, how about asking that person that owns the format, how much you paying for this scoop? How much money? Because there's a legitimate, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this movie. What was that movie? What's that guy's name? But he didn't really have a legitimate job. So what he did was he was following behind somebody else. And he went, this was in Los Angeles. This is a true story that happened in Los Angeles. He went to a store and bought a camera and bought a radio. So when stuff was coming over the radio, he would get there before other news folks would get there, and sometime before the police would, and he would film the incident and then go to the television stations and bargain and say, listen, this is how much you need to pay me. I'll bring my scoops to you first, because I know y'all don't have the folks in the middle of the night that's riding around going looking for the scoops. Whenever the TV stations can't get there, we'll film it for you, and I'll bring it to you, but you need to get a check for me. And he started putting a price to it. Are you all asking these different folks that are asking you to send your information to them? Are you getting paid for it? I bet you all that rhetoric, all those videos, all that'll go away quick, fast, and in a hurry. They won't make money off of you. But are you getting any money back? Because they making money off of you. I'm just trying to tell you. You can go. So ask somebody, how much you paying for this? I just happen to have a scoop. I've got legitimate scoop. I just happen to have this scoop. How much you want to bet? I bet you that they will not sit back and pay and say to you, okay, I'll give you $30 for the video. I bet you. And not only that, you should say, I'm going to give you this for $30, and I want my name as the person that got the video or the name of my company being posted on top of it every time it's played. Because I can tell you what he do. He put his name on it. They ain't went and got a dirty damn thing. Nothing. But he put his name on it. Now, it's your video, but he claiming it for him. Go back and take a look. His name is on all the videos that y'all sent in. And it ain't his. It's yours. Dum-dum. Which is a violation of somebody's rights. He don't know either. He ain't no journalist. But if you really want to get something done, think about it. Why wouldn't he pay you? He getting paid. Why wouldn't he pay you? Shouldn't you? Ask the question. Say, bruh, I just happen to have this video of so and 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 so. How much is it worth to you? Shit, everybody don't deal that. Look, y'all deal the same way these days. Oh, bro, I ain't got to go to the station no more to get no money. You can cash at me. You can Zelle me. You can put it on my books. Since that's where you from. That's a job for him. He getting paid. Shouldn't you? Shouldn't you? Everybody want to be famous. Who in the hell won't be famous and ain't got no money? Y'all getting scoops. Y'all getting photo and videos. Look what I got. Did it. How much they willing to pay for it? Everybody want to be famous. All right, cool. How you think TMZ got famous? Y'all ever seen a TMZ video? You ever seen TMZ, somebody else playing a TMZ video? They got TMZ through the whole thing. Pay attention, people. TMZ will pay you for it. But I'm telling you that this misinformation dude that's out here right now that done started all this bull crap in the city of New Orleans, talking about some federal folks going over to Tigo, y'all need to start changing up your ways of doing stuff. Hey, ain't your fault. Ain't your fault. You don't know. But you going to know today. You going to learn today. Start charging him for the videos. And I don't give a damn what he say about me because I got the microphone. You don't want me to start talking about you. If I start talking about you, it's going to be nasty.
How nasty?
Oh, baby, it's going to be dirt daddy nasty. Dirt daddy nasty.
It's going to be Janet Jackson nasty?
Worse. But this is some of the craziest stuff that I've seen. I'm like, wait a minute. You're getting video from other folks and you're not even taking care of the folks. And call yourself, oh, let the world learn. Learn what? Learn what? Misinformation? Let's take the break. Let me see if I can reach the sheriff. More coming up in just a minute, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
AURN News.
I'm Ebony McMorris. When asked directly about the Jeffrey Epstein files, President Donald Trump, in a clip that's gone viral, brushed off the question and pivoted, blaming former President Barack Obama for treason, alleging he tried to take down Trump's 2016 campaign through the Russia investigation.
The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up to 2020 of the election. They tried to rig the election and they got caught. And there should be very severe consequences for that.
But the thing is, the question was about Epstein, the files, the victims, the cover-ups, and Trump didn't answer. This comes as pressure builds from Trump's own MAGA base, demanding transparency around Epstein's ties to elites. The Justice Department says no client list exists, but that hasn't stopped the firestorm. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
As we edge even closer to the peak of hurricane season, God forbid we should experience a disaster that requires help from FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. What we just witnessed in Kerrville, Texas, was both heartbreaking and infuriating. People suffered two disasters: deadly flooding and government incompetence. The catastrophic flooding in Kerrville has not just left shattered lives and homes, but a lingering silence from FEMA, the agency meant to answer calls and help in the aftermath of disasters like this one. Kristi Noem, Homeland Security Director and former South Dakota governor, had previously touted her readiness to lead and respond quickly and competently when lives are hanging in the balance. Well, Ms. Noem, that certainly didn't happen in Kerrville, did it? Residents reported long wait times, lack of clear communication, and a cruel sense of abandonment. Where was the contingency planning? Why weren't hotlines properly staffed? No, these are not partisan questions. They're human ones. There is no justification in a delay in response when people are left cold, displaced, and frightened in the wake of a disaster. This, my friends, is more than a misstep. It's a warning. If FEMA under Noem cannot meet the moment for a small Texas town, what should we or the rest of the country expect when dangerous disasters strike? Let's be clear. Help delayed is help denied. In Kerrville, Texas, that delay has become a heartbreak the nation should not ignore. This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
I'm David Patan Sr., owner of Whole Water and Food Over Medicine Academy, coach, consultant, and instructor. We're excited about our 21-day challenge. Stop, prevent, and reverse disease today. Cholesterol, diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, along with chronic illnesses and diseases. We believe that the gift of wellness is the greatest gift, and for $30 per month, $1 a day, you could have this gift for you and your family.
I'm Phyllis Washington, and I've benefited with health and weight loss.
For your gift of $30, healing and wellness can be yours. Call 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. The Whole Water Store. See you at 2135 Washington Avenue today.
Hi, this is Cary Grant. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events and sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join us every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Cary Show.
Got unpaid parking or camera tickets in New Orleans? Here's some good news. Through August 31st, you can take care of them without paying late fees. That's money back in your pocket. Just go to NOLA.gov/no late fees to see what you owe. You can pay all at once or sign up for a payment plan and break it into monthly payments at no extra cost. That's NOLA.gov/no late fees. NOLA.gov/no late fees. Don't miss out. This offer ends August 31st.
Support comes from Satchmo Summerfest, presented by the New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Fund. This friends and family-friendly festival takes place on August 2nd and 3rd at the New Orleans Jazz Museum. Join the fun for live music, local food vendors, and discuss with Satchmo scholars from noon until 8 p.m. Learn more at satchmosummerfest.org.
Saints of God, it's time for us to tell you the truth. It's time for you to start your 21-day challenge. Don't take another day. Do it right now. Call 504-701-4711. That's the Whole Water Store, Pastor David Impartan Sr., the host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. This is the water that's designed to change your body, the way you think, the way you act, and the way you look. Why don't you start your 21-day challenge today? For $35, you can start it right now. Call me so we can set up your appointment. 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. Change your water, change your mind.
Uptown, downtown, wherever you are, keep it locked in to WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. Just a few minutes before we get out of here, I was trying my best to. We got her. That's her calling you now. Just to go over some of this craziness. I just gotten to the point now where I'm like, is the information that's misinformation just as potent? And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, how many times we got to tell you some of this stuff? That's her. That is her. Hey, Sheriff. Sheriff?
Yeah. Hey, G.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good this afternoon. How are you?
I'm sitting here going crazy. I'm like, what in the world? What in the world is going on? So as I'm leaving and I'm looking at here come the television stations, here come everybody running. I'm like, what is going on? I was like, did I miss something as I was walking out the door?
Yeah, you and me both. My phone is blowing up. I see media arriving in the parking lot. I'm like, what is this? And the next thing I know, there's a report on the news that the jail has been taken over by the feds, or I've been excused from the jail and not allowed to go into it. I'm like, what in the world?
Because I know when I left out, you were sitting in your office. You were in your office having a meeting.
Having a meeting. Trying to take care of business here. Of the 1,400 people in our custody, making sure they're getting the care, custody, and control they need, and then all this foolishness, which is purely political going on. And I had to stop, go into the jail. We did a live video to show I can go into the jail. There are no feds running around the jail. It hasn't been taken over. And in fact, I was in federal court yesterday with the judge over our consent judgment, talking about how close we're getting to having almost everything in some form of compliance, and no orders about anything of this nature whatsoever. Great meeting with the judge, and then was surprised to hear this.
So this is on social media. This is coming from this Empower You Dum Dum. I'm looking around and saying to myself, I said, this is all misinformation and almost like Jenny Womanish stuff that is coming out. And I'm like, where did he even get that information from?
Exactly. And so I do not know where that came from, but it could be from people, of course, who are playing politics, because this seems very political to me. And here's one thing I want to tell to the community. If you don't see that everything going on here is it's purely to influence this election, man, you can't see too well. This is really crazy. And this was just really the final straw.
And I gotta say, I'm just surprised that the television stations are sitting out there in the parking lot, reporting on this.
Reporting on it. I'm in the building. Our communications, our public information folks are there, able to come and talk to us about it and find out if it's true. If that were true, there would have to be some sort of court order to take over the jail and to exclude me from it.
Right.
That happened when Sheriff Gussman was the sheriff. He was excluded for 4 years. But that's a whole hearing and an order and evidence and all that type of thing. So we're moving towards full compliance, and we are not in that situation at all. So it really hurts the men and women who come and serve every day in really tough conditions. 4,000 meals per day, probably 2,000 medications given out per day, getting people to hospitals. We take the entire population of the jail to court every month. They're working really, really hard, and then this type of thing happens.
So let's make this, because I am running out of time. So I do want to make sure that you get out the word on this one too, because I want to make sure that this is what we're talking about. There is no federal takeover.
There is not. There are not federal agents in the jail doing an investigation. That is not occurring. I have not been excluded from the jail. All that information is categorically and unequivocally false.
So this is already on social media reported by this guy. I hope that you move forward and having some type of legal issue, because this is misinformation at its worst, which is causing a big hiccup in the operation of the New Orleans operation of the sheriff's office and the jail.
Yeah, wise words. I'm looking at every single legal option. This is really unacceptable.
Because I was really flabbergasted. I got news reporters calling me while I'm on the air, asking me the same thing. So, but this is coming from, I don't want to say the horse's mouth, but this is coming from the sheriff. No federal takeover. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. In fact, I reached out to the judge and the magistrate and the federal monitors just to let them know, because there are things going on, and just to let them know this is a false rumor going out, and of course they know it's not true, because the judge would have had to sign the order himself.
Yeah. Yeah, this got to be against the law or something. I don't know what this is, but this got to be against the law. So, all right.
We'll be looking real closely.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you much. I just wanted to make sure we cleared it up and get it out there.
Thank you, G.
All right, talk to you in a minute.
Appreciate you.
All right, bye-bye. So you heard it from, I don't want to say the horse's mouth. You heard it from the sheriff herself. So now you know. So I tell you, misinformation is something, ain't it? That's going to wrap things up for me. I appreciate everybody for being a part of the conversation on the day. Tomorrow, I can say tomorrow, right? I can say tomorrow. Jeffrey Vappy is here. He's going to co-host with me on the show tomorrow. You get a chance to talk to him. Ask him some questions if you want. But he'll be here tomorrow. He's looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are looking forward to it too. Other than that, Carrie and Arnie on the way. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you tomorrow.